Before the elephants settle down for their afternoon rest, they begin their day with a period of foraging and movement. In the early afternoon, after grazing and wandering through the vast, open ranches or savannas, the elephants take the time to find their usual food sources: grasses, shrubs, and trees. This is a crucial time for them to eat and replenish their energy, especially for the mothers who are nursing or pregnant, and for the young calves who are still developing and need constant nourishment. As they forage, the herd is typically spread out, each elephant finding a spot to graze on the grasses, browse leaves from trees, or occasionally dig for roots. The older elephants and the matriarchs often lead the way to areas that are rich with food, while the younger elephants follow, learning from the older generation. While foraging, the herd members may separate into smaller groups, with the younger elephants and calves generally staying close to one or two of the adults for protection. As the afternoon sun intensifies and the temperature rises, the elephants begin to slow down, their energy spent after grazing and moving. It is at this point that they start searching for a shaded area where they can rest and cool off. The leader of the herd, often the matriarch, takes charge of this search. Using her experience and wisdom, she guides the herd toward a suitable place where the temperature is cooler, usually under the canopy of tall trees or in other shaded spots. This is a crucial time because the heat can become overwhelming for the elephants, and finding the right place to rest is essential for their well-being. Once the herd reaches this designated resting spot, they begin to settle down. The adults lie down or lean against the trees, while the younger elephants rest nearby. The leader, in particular, ensures that the spot is safe and appropriate for rest, guiding the group into position. The elephants may spread out a bit, but they stay close to one another, creating a sense of security and community. This break allows the elephants to recharge for the remainder of the day, and the babies often nap or cuddle near their mothers. The overall atmosphere during this time is one of calm and relaxation. The sounds of the wind gently rustling the leaves, the occasional distant call of birds, and the soft murmur of the herd create a peaceful, almost meditative environment. The elephants, now safe under the cool shade, sleep or rest for a short period, conserving their energy for the evening hours when they'll resume their activities, such as moving to different areas to forage again. In this way, the elephant's daily rhythm revolves around a balance of activity and rest. The matriarch's guidance ensures that the herd remains safe and well-nourished, and that the calves are protected, especially during vulnerable moments like the midday heat. This careful balance of foraging, resting, and leadership showcases the elephant's deep social structure, where every member has a role to play in the survival and well-being of the group. During the afternoon, as the heat of the day settles in, elephants retreat to the cooler, shaded areas beneath the tall trees. These shady spots provide refuge from the intense sun, allowing the herd to rest and conserve energy. It's a peaceful and important time for the elephants to recuperate after a long morning of foraging or traveling. The herd typically gathers together in a circle or a loose formation around the shaded area, with the older, wiser elephants ensuring the younger ones are close and safe. The adult elephants, especially the leader of the herd, take a central position in this gathering. The leader, often the matriarch, lies down or leans against a tree to rest, keeping a protective eye on the younger elephants, especially the baby calves. The babies, still learning about their surroundings and dependent on their elders, settle around the leader and other trusted adults. As the leader sleeps among the small cubs, she ensures their safety, creating a protective barrier. The babies, typically tired from playing or exploring earlier in the day, lie down in the shade near their mothers or other adult elephants. The babies are often very close to the herd members, whether nestled under the protection of the adults' large bodies or lying down beside them for comfort and warmth. The leader's role is crucial during this afternoon resting time, as she keeps a close watch on the surroundings. While the herd members sleep, the leader remains partially alert, ever mindful of any potential threats or disturbances. This vigilance is particularly important for the protection of the young calves, as predators may take advantage of the herd's temporary vulnerability during this quiet resting period. In the soft, dappled light of the afternoon, the scene is serene, with the elephants resting peacefully together under the shade. The sound of the wind rustling through the trees and the occasional call of birds creates a calm atmosphere. The baby elephants sleep soundly, nestled against the larger, protective adults, knowing that their safety is assured by the constant vigilance of their leaders. In the warmth of the afternoon, these moments of peace allow the elephants to recharge and ensure the survival of the youngest members of the herd, showing just how tightly knit their social bonds are and how deeply they care for one another, particularly when it comes to protecting the most vulnerable. The adult elephants are the backbone of the herd, leading the way in search of food and guarding the vulnerable calves. Through their leadership, protection, and relentless dedication, the elephants create a secure environment for the young to grow and thrive while covering large distances in pursuit of their nourishment. The social bonds within the herd are strong, and every member plays an integral role in supporting the well-being of the group, ensuring the survival of both the young and the older generations. After taking a short and much-needed nap during the heat of the afternoon, the elephants rise from their rest and begin to travel again along their usual paths in search of food. This midday break helps them conserve energy for the remainder of the day, allowing them to continue their journey with renewed strength. The herd is well acquainted with these rhythms, balancing moments of activity with periods of rest. As they resume their journey, the young elephants, particularly those just a few weeks old, become fatigued more easily. The long travels and constant movement take a toll on their small bodies, so they often find a spot to rest. These calves, despite their playful energy earlier in the day, may drift off to sleep right where they are, their tiny bodies curling up in the shade or close to the safety of the adults. It's during this time that the older elephants, including the mothers and other trusted members of the herd, take on the responsibility of protecting the young ones while they rest. The more experienced adults remain alert, keeping a watchful eye on the calves and the surroundings. Their protective instincts kick in, ensuring that no harm comes to the sleeping babies. The herd operates with a sense of shared responsibility, as the older elephants are ever vigilant, knowing that predators could approach during this vulnerable moment. They may stand or rest nearby, occasionally moving to change their position to ensure the calves are well protected from any potential threats. Meanwhile, the adults continue to guide the herd, keeping the group on track toward areas rich with food. Despite the need to rest, the journey for food continues, and one adult elephant can travel more than 20 kilometers in a single day. This is no easy feat, but it is essential for the survival of the herd. The adult elephants are driven by the knowledge that they must find enough nourishment to sustain the group, particularly the calves, whose energy demands are higher as they grow. The experienced elephants lead the way with their deep knowledge of the land, navigating across diverse terrains through forests, grasslands, and savannas, always in search of fresh foliage, fruit, and water.